SETA, Security, Training, and Awareness. What is the SETA model? SETA is Security, Education, Training, and Awareness. Awareness is not training. It is focusing the attention of employees on security topics. Security awareness campaigns should be scheduled regularly. Security training seeks to teach skills, and security training should not be dispensed only to the technical staff, but to all employees. The importance of security education and training. According to NIST, federal agencies cannot protect information without ensuring that all people are involved. Employees must understand their role and responsibilities related to the organization's mission, understand the organization's IT security policies, procedures, and practices, and have at least adequate knowledge of the various management, operational, and technical controls required and available to protect the IT resources for which they are responsible. Remember, hackers can adapt. If it is easier to use social engineering, which includes targeting users, rather than hack a network device, then that is the road they will take. SETA, Education. A common body of knowledge should be developed for all employees. SETA funding should be codified in the security policy so that it is not slashed at the first opportunity. What is the SETA model? What is the glaring difference between training versus awareness? Identify a security education program in Washington, D.C. and how often this should be conducted. A security policy that does not include personnel as a permanent threat to the data owned by the company is incomplete. Social engineering is more virulent than ever. Failing to train users on security topics is a bad mistake and may result in a lack of compliance. All users should sign the acceptable use agreement before receiving access to the company's systems. Now, personnel-related policies are mostly the responsibility of the HR or Human Relations Department. Employees are simultaneously the organization's most valuable assets and its most dangerous risk. Employees must receive information security training. Risk and rewards of posting online employment ads is that a company can reach a wider audience, and a company can publish an ad that gives too much information about the network, infrastructure, and about the company itself. Job descriptions must convey the mission of the organization, describe the position, and outline responsibilities. Job descriptions are not supposed to include information about the internal network, such as types of servers deployed, types of routers, and any other information that would allow a hacker to map the infrastructure. The job interview. The interviewer should be concerned about revealing too much about the company during the interview. Candidates should never gain access to secured areas. An organization should protect itself by running extensive background checks on potential employees at all levels of the hierarchy. In the military, information on users have a clearance level. Note, the clearance level is not all they need. They also need a demonstrated need to know to access data. There are different types of background checks. The company should have a basic background check level to which all employees are subjected. Workers also have a right to privacy. Not all information is fair game to gather. Only information relevant to the actual work they will perform. companies should seek consent from employees before launching a background check. Educational records fall under FERPA. Schools must first have written authorization before they can provide student-related information. Bankruptcies may not be used as the sole reason to not hire someone, according to Title 11 of the US Bankruptcy Code. The criminal history, the use of this sort of information varies from state to state. The importance of employee agreements. Confidentiality agreements, which are agreements between employees and the organization. They define what information may not be disclosed by employees, and the goal is to protect sensitive information. Affirmation agreements. These focus on why acceptable use policies were created and how important compliance is. It is a teaching tool. Affirmation agreements should include the following topics: acceptable use of information resources, internet use, email use, incidental use of information resources, password management, portable computers. Affirmation agreements also tell users that they understand the agreement. It tells the organization that they have read the agreement, and they also understand the consequences of violating the agreement. The agreement should be dated and signed by the employee. The signing of the agreement should be witnessed. For training employees, according to NIST, federal agencies cannot protect information without ensuring that all people are involved. They should understand their role and responsibility in the organization and have at least adequate knowledge of the various management, operational, and technical controls required and available to protect the IT resources for which they are responsible. Remember, hackers adapt. If it is easier to use social engineering, that's the road they will take.